You feel it before you see it. A tiny pressure on the back of your neck. Your shoulders tighten, then you turn around and someone is looking right at you. For a second, nothing dangerous has happened. No one touched you. No one said your name. But your body reacted anyway, as if an invisible hand had tapped your nervous system and whispered, "Pay attention." Why? The obvious answer is that being watched feels uncomfortable because you are self-conscious. But the real answer is far stranger. Your brain treats another person's gaze like a signal from deep evolutionary time. A pair of eyes is not just a pair of eyes. It is a warning. It is an invitation. It is a judgment. It is a question your ancestors could not afford to ignore. Long before mirrors, cameras, schools, offices, and social media, your survival depended on knowing where other eyes were pointing. If someone looked at the sky, you looked too. If someone stared into the grass, your body prepared for danger. If someone looked at you too long, your brain had to solve a problem quickly. Friend, enemy, mate, rival, leader, threat. That tiny, uncomfortable feeling is not weakness. It is an ancient alarm system still running inside a modern skull. And it begins with one of the most unusual things about the human face. Your eyes are strangely visible. Compared with most other primates, the white part of your eye stands out clearly against the colored iris and dark pupil. Scientists call this the sclera. Plainly, it is the white background that makes your gaze easy to read. A chimpanzee's eyes are harder to track. A human eye is almost like a signboard. It tells others where attention is going. Michael Tomasello, a psychologist who studied human cooperation, argued that this visible eye design may have helped early humans share attention in a way other animals do less easily. You could follow another person's gaze. Another person could follow yours. Without saying a word, two minds could lock on to the same object in the world. That sounds simple. It is not simple. It is one of the foundations of human culture. Imagine an ancestor crouching near tall grass. No language is needed. One person freezes and looks left. Another follows the direction of the eyes. A predator is there. The group survives because attention moved faster than speech. Now imagine a hunt. Someone sees a wounded animal running behind a rock. The eyes flick toward the gap. The group understands. A plan forms without a meeting, without a sentence, without a map. This is why your brain cares so much about gaze. Eyes are a shortcut into another mind. They reveal what someone knows, what someone wants, and sometimes what someone is about to do. Your brain has specialized systems for noticing faces and eyes with absurd speed. You do not calculate it slowly. You do not think, that person's pupils are turned toward my face, therefore attention is on me. You just feel it. A face turns. Eyes lock. Your body changes. This sensitivity starts early. Developmental researchers have shown that babies pay special attention to faces and gaze direction long before they understand language. A baby may follow an adult's eyes before it can speak, because gaze tells the baby what matters in the room. This is called joint attention. In plain English, it means two minds looking at the same thing and knowing they are sharing it. That tiny act is a doorway into learning. A child sees what an adult looks at. The child learns the name of an object. The child learns whether something is safe, interesting, forbidden, or valuable. But gaze is not only about learning, it is also about rank. In many animals, a direct stare can be dangerous. A stare can mean challenge. A stare can mean dominance. A stare can mean the moment before attack. For early humans, ignoring a stare could have been costly. If a rival watched your food, your tools, your partner, or your position in the group, your brain needed to notice. Not tomorrow. Now. This is why direct eye contact can feel intense even when no threat exists. A stranger on a train looks at you for half a second too long. Your mind starts writing explanations. Do they know you? Are they judging you? Is there something on your face? Did you do something wrong? Your body does not wait for proof. It prepares. Because for most of human history, social danger could be as real as physical danger. Being pushed out of a group was not just embarrassing, it could be deadly. Robin Dunbar, the anthropologist known for studying social group size, argued that human intelligence evolved partly under the pressure of living in complex groups. You had to remember relationships, you had to track alliances, you had to know who trusted whom, who envied whom, who shared, who cheated, who might protect you, and who might turn away. A brain that ignored social signals would not last long. A brain that noticed everything had a better chance. So your brain became a social radar, and eyes became one of the strongest signals on that radar. This is where the feeling of being watched becomes even stranger. Sometimes you do not need real danger. You only need the possibility of evaluation. In 1898, Norman Triplett noticed something curious. Cyclists often performed better when racing beside others than when riding alone. This became one of the earliest studies in social psychology. The idea was simple. The presence of another person can change your performance. Later, Robert Zajonc developed this into a theory called social facilitation. Plainly, when other people are present, your body becomes more activated. Easy tasks can become easier, hard tasks can become harder. Why? Because being observed raises the stakes. Your nervous system acts as if the room has become more important. You type faster when someone is watching, but you may also make more mistakes. You lift more energy into the moment, but you lose some calm. That is why you can practice something perfectly alone, then suddenly forget it when another person watches. Your brain is not broken. It is performing under social heat. The same ancient system that helped your ancestors survive a group now makes your hands clumsy during a presentation. A watcher turns a private act into a public signal. And public signals matter. They affect status. They affect trust. They affect belonging. This is why a camera can feel like a person, even though it is only glass and metal. Your brain did not evolve around cameras. It evolved around eyes. So when a lens points at you, your ancient system makes a rough translation. Something is observing. Someone may judge. Act carefully. Even drawn eyes can do this. Researchers have found that images of watching eyes can make people behave more generously or more honestly in some settings, especially when the situation already feels social. The effect is not magic. It is not proof that a picture controls the mind. It suggests something simpler and more unsettling. Your brain is easy to remind. Show it the shape of eyes, and a social rule wakes up. Someone may be watching. Be the version of yourself that survives judgment. This is why you behave differently when you know you are visible. You sit straighter. You choose words more carefully. You become aware of your face. You start watching yourself from the outside. That outside view is powerful. It can make you polite, disciplined, and careful. It can also make you anxious, stiff, and afraid. Solomon Asch showed how strong social pressure can be in his famous conformity experiments in the 1950s. People looked at simple lines on a card. The answer was obvious. But when other people in the room confidently gave the wrong answer, many participants followed the group at least once. They did not fail because the lines were complex. They bent because the social room became louder than the evidence. That is what other minds can do. They enter your perception. They change what feels safe to say. They make a wrong answer feel less dangerous than standing alone. Now place that pressure inside everyday life. You are not only afraid of being watched, you are afraid of what watching means. A look can mean approval. A look can mean rejection. A look can mean comparison. A look can mean you have become an object inside someone else's mind. That may be the deepest reason it feels so strange. When another person watches you, your brain realizes that you are no longer only the one experiencing the world. You are also part of someone else's world. You become visible. You become interpretable. You become a story they might tell themselves. This is one reason eye contact can create connection so quickly. When someone looks at you warmly, your body understands acceptance before words arrive. A calm gaze can tell you, you are safe here. A loving gaze can quiet the body. A trusted gaze can make pain easier to carry. But the same mechanism can flip. A cold gaze can make a room feel hostile. A mocking gaze can shrink you. An unreadable gaze can make your thoughts race. Your brain is trying to solve the person behind the eyes. What do they want? What do they know? What are they going to do next? This is not paranoia in the ordinary sense. It is prediction. Your brain is always predicting. It predicts hunger before you collapse. It predicts a fall before your foot slips. It predicts social danger before the group turns against you. Eyes give it evidence. That evidence may be incomplete, but your brain would rather overreact than miss something important. In evolution, a false alarm is annoying. A missed alarm can be fatal. That trade-off shaped you. It is why you notice a stare across a room more easily than a neutral wall. It is why your name spoken quietly can cut through noise. It is why a single person looking bored during your speech can feel louder than 10 people listening. Your brain gives extra weight to social threat. A frown sticks, a laugh echoes, a stare burns, and modern life multiplies the number of invisible watchers. A small ancient band may have contained dozens of people. Your phone contains thousands. A post can be seen by classmates, strangers, co-workers, relatives, and people you will never meet. Each view is abstract, but your nervous system treats visibility as real. This is why online judgment can feel physical. Your chest tightens, your face heats, your stomach drops. No spear is coming, no predator is near, but the group has appeared on a glowing rectangle. Your ancient brain does not fully understand the difference. It only understands exposure. You are being seen. For your ancestors, being seen could protect them. A group that watched each other could cooperate. It could punish cheating. It could notice danger. It could teach children. It could share tools, fire, stories, and rules. But being seen could also trap them. A mistake became known. A weakness became visible. A broken rule became dangerous. So the human mind learned to live between two needs. You need eyes, and you fear eyes. You want to be noticed, and you want to hide. This conflict is inside almost every social moment. You want recognition at work, but you fear criticism. You want love, but you fear being truly known. You want to speak, but you fear the faces watching. You want the group, but the group is also the judge. There is another twist. You also use watching to control yourself. When you imagine someone seeing you, you behave differently even if you are alone. You clean the room before guests arrive. You rehearse a conversation in your head. You hear the voice of a parent, teacher, manager, or friend inside your choices. Society becomes internal. The watcher moves into your mind. This is how rules survive without constant force. You carry the group inside you. That sounds heavy, but it is also one reason humans can build trust with strangers. A person who feels seen may act more carefully. A person who imagines reputation may keep a promise. A person who knows others are watching may protect the shared world. Your discomfort is part of the machinery that makes civilization possible. Still, the system can become too loud. Your brain was shaped for small groups, repeated faces, and real consequences. It was not shaped for endless cameras, comment sections, performance metrics, and public comparison. So it may treat a harmless glance like a trial. It may treat a meeting like a threat. It may treat a post like exile. This does not mean the feeling is fake. It means the feeling is ancient. The solution is not to shame it. The solution is to understand what it is doing. When you feel watched, your brain is asking an old question. Am I safe in this group? Do I belong here? Will this person help me, harm me, reject me, or remember this forever? The answer may be simple. A stranger may only be looking past you. A coworker may be tired, not judging. A camera may only be recording a normal moment, but your body answers before your logic arrives. So the next time you feel that pressure on the back of your neck, pause. Notice the old alarm. Notice how quickly your mind builds a story around a pair of eyes. Then remember what those eyes once meant. Predator, rival, friend, teacher, witness, tribe. Your ancestors survived because they cared who was watching. They survived because they could read a face in a second and change their behavior before danger fully appeared. That same gift now lives inside you, even in elevators, classrooms, meetings, and comment sections. It can make you anxious. It can also make you human. Because a watched person is not only a nervous person. A watched person is a social person. A mind shaped by other minds. A life reflected in other eyes. You felt it before you saw it. But now you know what you felt. Not just fear. Not just embarrassment. An ancient signal from a brain that learned long ago that another person's eyes could change everything.